back when you were doing the fart jars, you
Uh-huh.
kept a very strict diet, and we were
Uh-huh.
wondering if you could go into that a little bit. Was it more about, pumping out a quantity of farts, or meeting
Uh-huh.
a quota, or was it really just about the girthiness and the stench? Like, what were you going,
Ooh.
or was it a little bit of both?
So I kind of got it down to an exact science with the foods that I was eating during the production of the fart jars. I figured out which foods were producing the stinkiest farts. I found that cabbage was producing the absolute nastiest farts, and I didn't like the farts that it was producing.
Yeah.
Cabbage farts, it wasn't on brand for me. I'm a pretty girl, and it was just too much like of an old man looking, like it just,
Yeah.
when you smell cabbage farts, it's too synonymous with like an old man.
No.
You think like hairy old bearded man,
Right.
and it was not on brand for me. So I was testing out different formulas, and I really liked what I was getting with protein and beans. I felt like it was pungent, it was a little bit like of a sweetness with it, and it was just like a zesty, nice, pungent fart. So that was kind of my go-to. And I also like the fact that it was a lot of kick with not a huge volume of food, that you could kind of just make a really nice big protein shake for yourself in the morning. You could do like a black bean salad for lunch, and then you just like kind of run some errands. And what's good is, like, you run your errands, you do a quick workout, and movement kind of helps enable that production of gas. I'm very scientific about it. Like, I'm a businesswoman, like I
Right.
put a lot of thought into it, and I figured out a really good formula for it. So that was what I was kind of doing during my high volume of production in the beginning. And that was what I figured would work best. But there were some customers who were really, really particular about what kind of fart they wanted. So, there was one guy who really wanted cheddar cheese farts, for example. That was his preference. So there was one day I ate a whole block of cheddar cheese. That was not pleasant, let me tell you. I was so fucked up from that for like 2 days. I can't even look at like cheddar cheese anymore. If I go to like any kind of restaurant, there's a charcuterie board. If there's cheddar cheese option, like, fuck no, get that shit away from
Like,
me.
please, no, no.
Yeah.